Today we're going to be looking at ticker symbol AMC and its sort of price action movement and what we were expecting and what we got on Friday's trading day. So overall, AMC has been showing a lot of strength. Trading this has been a lot of fun. It's made this very nice support zone at around $52, and we saw it now touch this $52 resistance one, two, three, four, around four times now. But since then, because I haven't really moved anything around in this chart, my trend lines haven't been adjusted for some time now, and it was following the path very nicely, bouncing off of the trend line as well when it bottomed at around 52, around $53. But since then, the wedge has sort of come to an end, and it's broken out of the wedge and now still trading a little bit below. What I was expecting was for it to follow this trend and then shoot upwards, hopefully. And that's what we will sort of see for Monday's trading day. There still seems to be a high short interest for AMC, and I guess all the apes are coming together, purchasing the stock, making it a nice, fun trade for, I guess, everyone. As long as this sort of holds, this price action, if it holds, it's very positive for the stock. As you can see right now, even our RSI is sort of in the oversold territory, which is also very positive for the stock. A nice buy entry, I guess, for this. Again, this is just my homework, which I'm posting on YouTube. It's not for any trading advice or anything like that, merely for knowledge and information. So make sure to do your due diligence before entering any trade. That's very important. Now, it was a very nice, when looking at this, for example, we saw the George W right over here. And then this played out beautifully with George W, pushing the stock up, seeing a high of around, I think, around $64, $65, and then we saw the W again. The George W, boom, right at the mark of that, we saw it spike up again. So these were, let's see if we can spot any. Look at these. They're just George W's. I don't know if this was, if this is how it's been trading, but you start to see certain patterns always build up. We have the George W, boom, right here, and a nice spike up. We saw it come down, a nice George W playing out over here, spiking up. A small George W over here, spiking up. A small George W over here, and then spiking up. Now we saw this this George W didn't really play out as we expected, but we could still see some sort of pattern build up. Some people like to just trade off resistance zones and patterns, which is fine as well, because they do sometimes work, as we can sort of see. One, two, three George W patterns clearly playing out in the advantage of that trader in that bull market. So very nice to see that sort of price action movement, those patterns playing out positively. Now, Friday's day was a very boring day for AMC. There's not a lot of volume, a lot of selling pressures you can sort of see, but still holding its 52 resistance zones very strongly. But unfortunately, it did break out of this trend line. So there might be some readjustments that we have to do, or we'll wait for Monday's trading day to see. Sometimes even when it falls below this, then we sort of see a nice spike upwards. Now, the trading community is very strong behind this. There's two individuals which have to be given a lot of praise, I guess, for building this community. One is Trey, and the other one was Matt Kors. So it's very nice to see that there's a very strong community that they build around this stock, getting people to buy in. And it all depends on how you would like to trade this stock. Some people are buying the stock and just waiting for that squeeze to happen, but then again, nothing is for sure. And then other people are just trading off of these resistance zones, which were laid out very nicely, taking them that profit. So it's very important to do your due diligence to understand what sort of trade you're in, the price targets that you set, and to meet those price targets, I guess, once the trade is complete. Have a plan for every single trade. I've traded before without with having a plan, and then greed sort of sets in. You think it's going to go higher, and then the stock starts to tumble down very, very quickly. So always trade with a plan and stick to that plan regardless of what it is. As long as you're taking in profits, you shouldn't really be complaining regardless of what that profit is, either big or small. Taking in profits, that is a plus in itself. So always make sure to know what sort of trade you're getting into. Now, this is a high volatility trade, a very high risky trade, because really the fundamentals for AMC, if we're looking in the future, are not positive. Everybody knows that. But what we are trading off of is the hype, the short squeeze hype, which everyone is getting excited about and putting in a lot of money, I guess, because we are staying true to those resistance zones. Now, if we do break out of those resistance zones, the next positive resistance zone that we have is at this $43 mark, which has held up very nicely. We saw a very strong bounce off of this 43 resistance zone just a couple of I think it was more than a week ago, I guess, and it saw a nice retracement upwards. Now, we have bounced off of this strong resistance zones of around $52, one, two, three, four. So this could be also considered a nice bull flag setup. So we'll wait and see for what happens on Monday's trading day. S&P did reach a new all-time high, which is also very, very positive. So stocks in general were performing very, very well, but we didn't sort of see that performance play out in AMC stock. So we are expecting for Monday's trading day to give us a little bit more consolidation, possibly. If not, if this consolidation phase is over, then more price action movement in the upward direction for AMC. Now, we are trying to break. If we do break out of this and see all-time high, then we are looking for it to at least break out of this $72 range. There are a lot of call options on with high volumes at around 145. So I guess because this is unknown territory, it's really hard to say where the stock or how high it will climb. If we compare it to GME, and that sort of price action movement that we saw in GME, that was very, very volatile. It went from like a few dollars, boom, to 250, and then I think its all-time high was around $450, and it still has a very, very high percentage short interest. So it's very, very hard to really say what sort of upward price action movement we can expect. So that only time will tell, and then you have to be able to make that trade once you see that sort of price action movement play out. Now, if we were to look at the downward trend price action movement, this $43 zone seems to be very, very strong. It seems to be holding, bouncing off of it one, two, around three times. We see that nice George W play out as well at that $43 zone as well. So this was very, very positive. Again, RSI is in the oversold territory, so we could see some nice retracement upwards for AMC just by looking at the RSI. Breaking out of this trend line. If it does decide, then we do have some nice resistance in the $50 and the higher $40 as well. We can possibly mark this $49 as well, which I will go ahead and just mark right now and draw horizontal line right there. Boom. So we have set that up as well. Now we'll keep a close eye on AMC, see how much lower it will go, but positive vibes for AMC. The community seems to be strong. People continue to buy AMC. Now, we even did see some nice volume action. Well, actually not so nice, but some big purchase orders right at the end of the Friday's trading day. So we'll see how that holds up. Well, what sort of patterns we can see, what sort of news, what sort of catalyst there is, and continue from there. So I think that's it for this video. Make sure to leave any ticker symbols you would like me to analyze in the comment sections below. If you did find this information useful to you and knowledge, I guess for gaining knowledge on how to set up your charts and all, then make sure to like and subscribe. And obviously, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.